Welcome to the 66th episode of the infamous Todd Show. Today's show is my racist rant. Are you tired or confused over the word racist being tossed around like a hot potato? Most people really don't understand the breakdown and definition of a racist. So I hauled my dictionary and looked up the etymology of the term. What I thought it meant and what other people told me what it meant was wrong. I didn't go to any of the editorial boards that lean left or right on the subject, but I need to preface the show today. I'm mentioning 2 points of reference. Everyone is biased. If you think you are not biased, then you're either unaware of your prejudice or you don't understand the word in all of its glory. Bias is a preference, eliminating or discounting an item usually based on a false or dismissive premise. Here's an example of someone being biased. I'm going to say the following words, and I want you quickly to say the first word that comes to mind that defines these type of people. You ready? Atheist, Christian, Scientologist, MAGA, Republican, liberal, Scorpio, panhandler, abortion, millennial. I can already picture some of you saying, oh, that was way too fast. But as soon as I say it, something did flash in your mind. Now, if you were able to quickly think of a word, even if it's the same word that I had in mind, you may be biased. If you believe every person in that category falls within that definition. It's like when people tell me, oh, you're a Scorpio, Todd. I find that I'm very dismissive, even though I do believe I fall into most of those stereotypes. I think it's funny. There's 60 million people that are Scorpio. Are you telling me all 60 million people are exactly the same? So if you believe there are people that are opposite of your view inside that category, then your word that you use may be wrong. But it's the first word that comes to your mind, even if it was just a brief moment of flickering of those types of people that we're talking about today. At times, I admit I'm biased. I am often unfairly prejudiced for or against something or someone. I'm admitting it to you. Now, think of a person you love the most in life. Pretend later that you discover that they hold the opposite view that you have. Does this change your view of them? Does it discount your love, perhaps? Most likely. Just like me, I'm surrounded by people with preconceived opinions that are not based on reason or actual experience. I constantly catch myself being prejudiced. I don't believe everyone eating at a Chick-fil-A are thinking the company is using my money to destroy Todd. Jamaica promotes attacks and killings of people like me. So when I see a friend or an ally basking in the sun on their island, giving their nation support to continue killing and beating people like me, I'm hurt. But I do not think the friend does not care that Jamaica would have no problem killing Todd. I think about it. I think, oh my God, you will let people destroy me for a bag of waffle French fries. It will hurt my feelings because I thought of it that way, because I'm biased, and I still think of it that way. My subconscious mind overwhelms me, and it overwhelms my logic, and unfairly defines that person. I do it all the time. I'm guilty. For the purpose of today's show, we'll invent a guy. We'll call him XO. He is purple. He holds many views against my own. People tell me XO is a really nice person. Sincere, hardworking, and a family man. Some of my friends do not like purple people. They tell me they once had a purple person steal from them. They are wary of XO. A few of them say terrible things about him, though they've never met him. I remind them that nobody in my life has stolen more from me, lied to me, brought harm to others, brought more lies to a nation, killed more people than a white man. They don't care. He is purple. They call him Lilac, a derogatory name behind his back. Calling a purple person a lilac is considered massively offensive in all the circles inside my imagination. Some of my family members think it's funny. When I stand up to protest, they will tell me that they are not racist, that lilac is only a word. I have never heard my friends call a white person a lilac. Some people used to hate hiring purple people because their skin color clashed with the uniforms, or they considered them lazy and obsessed with their hair, like flowers that sit there just looking pretty, but have no value beyond that. Henceforth, the ethnic slur, lilac. My non-purple friends will try to tell me that the purple people must get over it, move on. They will tell me that the purple people are drama queens, wanting something they don't deserve, always acting like victims, and have all the same opportunities as a non-purple people, if not even more. Based on what? What statistic are they using to create this conclusion other than their non-purple view of the world? Every credible statistic on Earth proves over and over again that white people as a group have and make more money and statistically are granted more rights than any other racial group. Every single one. Since when do the whites, people like me, get to determine when other people are equal to us? Which group gave us that authority? I'm assuming other white people. I'm sure during the glory periods of slavery, which has been around longer than the written word, every master believed they were fair, just, and compassionate, rationalizing demoralizing behavior towards people less than us is part of our mental imprint. Exodus 21. Deuteronomy 15, Leviticus 25, each provide great detail to support and justify slavery. It is easy to provide justified subduction of minorities when you are the ruling class. White people often go around acting as if they don't understand that we have 10 times the wealth. As of today, according to the Trump administration, the black employment alone rate sets at 6%, while it's only 3% for whites. Even in kindergarten, whites are 5 times less likely to get in trouble, and when given the opportunity, almost 12 times likely to be hired for a job when both applicants have the same qualifications. These aren't made-up numbers. Saying a non-white person has the same opportunity in the United States is a fabricated conclusion based on a gut feeling. I want it to be true. Just because I said it is true doesn't make it so. I know people that are watching today's show are thinking I'm a jerk. Yes, I am. But that doesn't diminish the point that I'm trying to share with you. Most things you think about me are most likely true. I am my own bias. People assume race means ethnic origin. It does not. Race has a broad definition. People keep confusing race with nationality. It was created to define sharing a common trait. In this case, race defined people with common languages. Think about it. Race is so broad that it includes the term the human race. When a person is called a racist, it does not narrowly define that person as objecting to a particular group of people, but something broader, to be unfairly prejudiced to a group of people sharing the same shared physical or social qualities. That's it, people. Shared physical and social qualities. That is a race. If you have a typical set of people you attack, a generalized group of people, this makes you prejudiced. This makes you a racist. It doesn't matter if in that group are either someone you grandfathered into accepting them because of some personal affection that you have to that person. If XO is my best friend, but I distrust all other purple people in the group, I'm a racist. It doesn't matter how many pictures I have of XO and me having fun at Disney. Remember that group of people that I just asked you to create a single word to describe quickly in the start of the show? Some of those people I have horrendously bad thoughts about when I think of the group as a whole. It makes me a racist to that group. I promise you, I have friends and family that are part of those groups that hold an opposing view of me. It doesn't make me less of a racist just because I accept them, though they are part of that group. What makes me more of a racist, though, what makes me more of a racist is if I made no effort to evaluate and change my disgust, to figure out where it was coming from. What makes me more of a racist is when I make no effort to realize the hate and behavior of individuals not in that group. What makes me more of a racist is when people tell me I am a racist and I make no effort to see why others assume I am a racist because I don't see it in myself. I fight every day to ensure I treat people well. I live a mindful life. My morning alarm wakes up and tells me to be mindful. My smart devices tell me the morning news while I shower and the flash briefing by telling me to be #mindful today throughout the 7 echoes throughout our home. I have these plastic matching lizards throughout my house to jar my thoughts throughout the day to be #mindful. I create these shows to be #mindful. Sometimes I fail. It's not in failing that my mind is set, but in the joy of knowing that I am trying my best each day to see every person as an individual worthy of helping, inspiring, and supporting every day. In the meantime, until tomorrow's infamous Todd Show, my favorite people, make it a great day, or better yet, help someone else to have a great day too. Bye.